What do Franky and Blackbeard have in common? Well, not much really. But I think they may have way more in common than you think. And it's not just that both of them press the subscribe button or anything. Okay, hold on. It's not like Franky would fight Blackbeard or anything, is it? Well, you think that only because of the trend that exists in One Piece. Luffy always fights the strongest opponent and Zoro fights the second strongest. This is a rule that Oda put in place and he kept constant. Throughout good storytelling, rules are introduced and they are maintained. But most amazing moments come when the rules are broken and the unexpected happens. These are moments which change everything and are complete turning points for the story. When Blackbeard became the first person to eat 2 devil fruits, or in Wano just recently, when Zoro decided he wanted to go up to the rooftop along with Luffy instead of just fighting King. In Dressrosa, when Luffy asks Franky to eat Ace's devil fruit, he declined. He didn't want to lose his ability to swim. Can the Sunny or any ship swim? Well, no. They don't swim, they float or sail. But back in Enies lobby, from what we learned about what Dr. Vegapunk did, giving inanimate objects the ability to eat devil fruits. If a ship were to eat a devil fruit, would it float or sink? It is not the devil fruit user that cannot swim, but their energy is sapped away by the sea, making it hard for them to swim. But a ship which creates a buoyant force by displacing water should not sink. If Luffy were to have an inflatable ring which has the ability to float, Luffy would probably float as well. If Franky were to eat a devil fruit, then he could most likely modify his body in a way that could propel him underwater, just like he already is able to fly using his skills. Could he not do the same underwater, or even go further and add a propeller to his body, and even an oxygen tank, completely turning himself into a submarine? But does Franky even need to eat a devil fruit to become a devil fruit user? There is a persistent theory I've heard, though the exact details and reasons are not always the same. Many hold the belief that Blackbeard is more than just one person, or has more of whatever makes a person, whether that be heads, hearts, or will. But Franky also holds the same quality. He has parts of his body which are not entirely his own, which have been replaced and improved, that are him but not entirely himself. If his cyborg parts were to eat a devil fruit, then could he use the devil fruit? Just like the wearer of the user of the jacket fruit does not have a devil fruit themselves, but when putting on the person who ate the jacket fruit, they then gain the abilities of the jacket improvement. But this brings up more questions about where exactly a person begins and ends. Imagine the ship of Theseus, where a ship which ate a devil fruit. If some parts of the ship were to break and be repaired, is the ship one ship, or more than one ship? Can the new repaired parts still use the devil fruit ability or not? Are those parts dead or alive? If Luffy were to have his arm cut off but then reattach, it would probably still work and be stretchy, just as Law lost his arm and then reattached it. But if Law were to attach Luffy's arm to himself and Law's arm to Luffy, as neither users are dead, they would still have their ability. Could they then use each other's devil fruits? Or would Luffy's new arm take on the properties of his old and be able to stretch, whilst Law's new arm would lose its old properties and become Law's arm? Now that's a complex question, and perhaps one for another time. Franky's body, however, is not a normal body. He attaches and removes, changes pieces, and could each piece individually eat their own fruit? Could Franky have multiple fruits? Could he even surpass Blackbeard, having 3, 4? His body does not just have the purpose of being a body, but also a weapon, his own personal battleship. Whatever happens, whether Franky gets a fruit or not, I can't wait to see what will unfold, and how Franky will develop the one character that could go any way. Whether he learns Haki, eats devil fruit, or maybe surpasses the abilities of Haki using his own cyborg enhancements.